Hello and welcome! This video is a continuation of our collection series called Endless Desert, and we'll show that to you. Here we go. There it is, right there. There are 8 books that we need to complete, and what I did is I organized everything that we need into easy to follow steps for this video. So we won't be referencing the books very much. I'm trying a new pattern. So this is how I organized it. We're gonna do creatures almost last. We're gonna do the vendors first because they're easy. We're gonna do the camp buildings next. I will then explain excavating and then do the creatures because it'll take some time, and then runes last. And for those people that don't believe me, here it is. Endless Desert, Book 1. Every book and what details you need on the left hand side I abbreviated, and where to find it. And I'm sure you would not want to look at this video staring at a text file like this throughout the whole video trying to follow along. You got the what to where? So instead I took all this information, put it into really nice slides, and said this is how we're gonna do it. We'll knock out all the easy stuff, and then we'll focus on the harder stuff that you need to farm to get. And don't worry about book 7, the green and white runes. You're gonna, if you do what I do, you're gonna have a ton of them, and you will get that done for your collection. And then book 8 and all the stuff that they want and where it can be found. So let's go back to the easy way. Here we go. And before we get into all of that, I have to show you something. Top left corner, the mini map, top right, you tap on it, tap on the globe, you tap on the globe. You see that timepiece in the top right corner? This is everything that has a time limit. And what we're talking about is, for the Great Desert, it is water. You cannot buy it. You cannot pay for it. You are given it every day in your mailbox, or in your mailbox. You're given it here, and you can stack up to 7, and it's once per day for 20 minutes. So the advice is, there's a lot of things to do in the Great Desert. This is for completing the collection only. So we saved up our water so we had enough time to do this. So be very specific on what you use your water for. With that being said, let's get started. So the first thing that we're going to tackle is vendors. You need to purchase things, and we're going to go to the livestock vendor. You need to purchase things from multiple vendors. You're also going to see me pull windows onto this video and expand them so you can see what I'm talking about. I'll give you an example once I get there. And sometimes I'm like, why am I just stopping in front of his face? Like, literally about ready to kiss the guy. So, alright, we need to go to this guy first, and I'm organizing this so it's super easy for you to focus on the easy stuff first and then the harder stuff next. So here's that window I was talking about. We visit the livestock vendor first, then the gift vendor next, and then the trader vendor after that. But because we appraise things, we'll be visiting them again. So we need chicken, sheep, and guanaco. We need 40 Ritz. So first things first, I need to let's get the chicken stuff. Wow, I gotta sell. Look at all that expired stuff. So we got 40 of the chicken Ritz, that's what that was, and now 20 of the Ritz for the sheep. And these are items that you use to put into your ranch so that this livestock can produce for you, but this is for a collection. So it's odd, yes, I know, they need it. There it is. So now the livestock vendor is done. So we could go to our collection and just turn it in, but I want to show you. Oh wow, that's weird. Usually I say there's a gift vendor in every town, but not in the desert region. Huh. Must be an Elion thing only. So we gotta go to Elion. So first things first, let's top right corner, let's access the map. And I'm just gonna pick an easy place where everyone goes, which is Balenos and Velia. So we'll go to that town. And now we're going to go to the gift vendor next. Alright, so when you look at the list of people, you're looking for gift vendor. There she is. I believe it's Marlana. Yep. So you just tap on her name and you'll automatically walk or ride over to where she's at. Actually, you might run if you don't have a horse. But here she is. And we need a few items from her. So we'll just tap on shop. There it is. Now, if you're not familiar with this, she sells 5 items. If you don't see the item you're looking for, then you just purchase all, because you will use it. You honestly will use it for your camp members to improve morale. So you buy it and then you do update and you spend stamina that you have to refresh the list. You definitely need Blue Rose Corolla. Wow, I'm just messing up today. For the Forciani quest, so you want to get as much of that as possible. And when you see, there's one of the items, a red feather quill pen and luxurious silverware set. So we need these 2 things. So we'll buy that and we'll buy that. And quite honestly, we want it all. So I just want to point out, hey, those are the 2 of the 4 things that we needed. But we're just going to buy everything. So, and yes, we are spending stamina, and you can only do this 20 times. And then you wait the next day, and you'll be able to do it 20 more times again. So there's our rainbow wrapping. Great. So and we're buying everything anyway. So I believe that was everything that we needed. So far we have done the food vendor, or excuse me, livestock vendor, and the gift vendor. So now I'm going to show you, when you're in Elion, it's a trader vendor, but when you're in the Great Desert, it's the appraiser. So just be aware. And when you're in Elion, like here in Velia, the appraiser is actually the trader with an appraise option. And if you go to Laffy, he's not going to appraise your items. He's there for something different. So it's a bit confusing, but you'll get the hang of it once you notice. I don't have anything right now because we haven't been to the Great Desert to get loot and then bring it back to the appraiser. But I wanted to introduce this person so that you know who the proper vendor is that you need to go to when you're in Elion. So let's go ahead and tap collection and turn in everything that we've done. I found it odd as I review this again that all the gifts from the gift vendor didn't go into the book. I must have put them in there previously, but I assure you those are things that you need to complete this collection. So let's move on to the next part, which is camp buildings. This is our list. We need to do these things from the Deco Workshop and those things from the Trade Workshop. So I'm going to move that list over to the right side. I have a second monitor so I can see that list. So there it goes. And we're going to go into our camp. That's this house icon right here. So tap on that, tap go, and we're going to work on the shorter of the list first. And probably take care of a few things like our workers. Just task complete. Have them keep going on what we want them to do. Alright, and you may see me do a few random things. It's just, you know, because you should get in the habit of picking up things like the little hand icons. Those are free loot in your camp, so you should do that. Alright, so for the Deco Shop, we have the 3 items that we needed, and I just realized I sent everyone to work again, and I need them. So I'm gonna free up 5 people so that we can work smoothly. I think that's my limit for how many people can work at the trade shop and the deco shop. So we're just gonna do this, burn through some stamina, which is fine. I mean, we have it. And you always want to, if you have that icon on the right, keep morale high, cheer them up, and make sure that they're going good. So under decoration, I believe we'll find the first thing that we needed. So there it is, the vegetable cart. And it takes log to build it. If you're not familiar with, well, how are you doing that? You can send your workers in your camp to go farm log individually or through node management. I firmly believe that if you do node management, you'll get a heck of a lot more resources than just sending them to get the log by itself. So let's go after the second item we needed. I believe it's in, yep, there it is, Lion Fountain Fence. So we'll have her go ahead and get that crafted. And wow, I always like how fast it takes to craft things in a deco workshop. So impressed. So where could that third item be? Let's see, looking. Maybe fence? Maybe tree? Nah, I don't think it's tree. Oh wow, I need my deco workshop to get up to level 12. It's under flower. There it is, Wishing Well Garden. So we'll just assign someone, and congratulations. The 3 things that you need from the deco workshop are now done. See? Vegetable cart, Lion Fountain Fence, and Wishing Well Garden. Now it's all about the trade workshop, and we have 8 things to get. I believe I counted that right. So we have 5 people, 3 are already going. We're gonna do task complete, so now all 5 are available. See, encourage all, greet all. You want to get into the habit of doing that because it'll just keep your camp workers happy. So, oh, I'm low on food. How embarrassing. Well, how would I solve that? So, let us go to our food storage, and we actually have some food we can contribute. So, confirm. So now we're up to 22,000. Let's go into node management. You see where it says collect all resources in green? They've been working away to get resources, and that includes fishing, the fish icons. So we're going to tap on that and look. I mean, it's rolling in thousands of food. So we also want to keep our food supply stacked and maximized. So there it is, and done. And you would see if you're doing this that I have now fish in reserves that's in my inventory, so I'm not worried about food anymore. So this is how we take care of it, through Node Manager. So we need the decorative steel sword. Takes rugged boulder. Once again, send them in your camp from your camp workers, or go to Node Management and have them do that and get that resource for you as well. So what's the next thing we needed? There was a round table. There we go. So we just need 1. It doesn't take much food or silver to get, but you'll see the time is like 2 minutes or so. And that's okay because we're going to have all 5 of our people getting things for us out of the 8 items we needed. And hopefully by the time we're done finding all 5 items, copper decorative chandelier is the next one, then the first guy will be just about done. If not, we'll just burn through stamina. And you saw me ninja that little gift item in our camp. I'm telling you, if I see it, I gotta click it. It stacks up every day. You do this, and by the end of the week, you'll have contributed more resources to what you need. So there we go. There's 1. Oh wow, look at that. I can upgrade my ranch. So if we go to manage ranch, this is another source of food. You can just say collect all once you have your sheep and chicken and guanaco in there. And you can go to your farm, and it's telling me, hey, you're gonna, you're not gonna maximize getting enough food because that's it. You're done. you're well, up to 102,000, and you just be wasting food. So no worries. But through the garden and your ranch and node management and having your guys fish for free and storing all this stuff into your food storage, you can't go wrong. You'll have a lot of food all the time. So we're just going to use our stamina to finish all of these guys and what they're working on. Oops. Someone is hugging my worker and I can't click on them. There we go. They walked away. Perfect. Okay. So we have 5 items: encourage, greet all, get into the habit. And now we can, I'm looking at the list. So now we can go for the remainder of the items that we need. Sturdy wardrobe. So choose our guy, tap on the plus for just one is all we needed. And there he goes. So it'll take about 2 minutes for him. And so I think there's 3 more items that need to be built. Splendid wagon badge. Yep. 1, start. And like I said, this is the easy stuff. This is stuff that if you followed my video for season character, you would have a very good camp that you can do these things. I try not to set you up to fail. So we need that wall carpet. And that should be that. And this person, the green icons over people, always tap on them because they have quests like, hey, give us some supplies or do certain things in the game. And it translates into currency or experience for currency to get more workers or apply those workers, the new ones, to Node Manager to get you more resources. So you always want to do the quests in your camp with the green icon over their head. So I'm down to 207. I'm just going to use this stamina potion that I have so that I'm back up for anything that I need. I did a collection where I was out of stamina and it was really embarrassing. I was like, shame on you. So I had to wait till the next day when my stamina was back up and refreshed to keep going. Alright, so back to the collection. Endless Desert. Let's just auto register everything we did. Very nice. Very nice. So the Deco Workshop and the Trade Workshop items are done. They're in. So let's move on to the next thing on our list, and that is excavation. And for that, we need to go to the Great Desert. So let's get out of our camp. There it is, the exit door, confirm. And on the left-hand side where the house icon is, you can tap on that. And you see where it says Great Desert? Tap on that. So now that we're in the Great Desert, we are always going to be located at the bottom left corner of the map. And don't worry, you'll get a good idea of how the map works on this section. So now that we're in the Great Desert, we're going to show you our list. And once again, we're excavating. So I just wanted to get out of the way. We need to call up our camel here, not the tent. If you slide, sometimes you'll have an option for different animals like an elephant as well as your camel. But when you have the elephant, that's it. You never look at the camel again. You're like, whatever. So let's go ahead and bring up that list when we get out into the desert, showing all the things we need to do to excavate. And pay attention to the water. You see that the water is inactive? When you're in a town, the timer for the water stops and it freezes. But when you get out, now it says remaining time, and you see the hourglass moving up and down, and the water is animating. You're on the clock now. The amount of water you have is now counting down. Don't worry, you have plenty of time. If you have 4 hours, it's plenty of time. But for what I'm asking you to do, which is farm, you'll need all you can get. So you see this compass above the black spirit, that the pointer, it's pointing to that little altar there. That's not what we need. So you need it to be the color gold. And there it is. So when you see when it turns into a gold icon and the bars around it are showing how close you are to it, see, and then it turns into an exclamation point when you're there. So we're just gonna walk up to it, and it says excavate. It's an ancient jar. So let's bring our list over and everything you need to excavate. So for ancient jars, I got 2 wine jars and 2 other things. You need to excavate something called Forgotten Altars. And again, there's where I'm at. Icons called Sand Dunes and Buried Chests. These are all items in the desert that are sparkly, and your compass will lead you to them. So you'll get the hang of what they look like. This is what an ancient jar looks like. See if I can move this around. See, it looks like a jar or a vase in the desert. And cool, we got something for our collection, which was a wine jar. Now, this video is not going to have you watch me excavate all over the Great Desert, but I want to give you some examples of what you're looking for and how to use the tools that you're given so you can spend time to excavate. Now, when you start out, you're here on the map. I always go to the left, see where the rock area is, and I just go along that area. I found that your compass triggers and you have things you can excavate if you just go up along this path. See, there it is right there. It looks like there's something to excavate next to all of those monsters, so we're just gonna get off. And we are higher level than them, I assure you. And let's see, what is that? A Forgotten Altar. That's what a Forgotten Altar looks like when you go to excavate it. And looks like those people are gonna... Oh, I got it. Good. I did that by accident. But if you want to fight them, you can. And then excavate real quick. Then call your camel and say, we're out of here. So I think I may do one more example of excavating before I move on. But we'll just bring this back. So that was a Forgotten Altar. And I believe I did get the Ancient Artifact component. So we have stuff. Great. Let's kill this guy. This is what will take some time. Is you need a lot of water. You need to run all around the Great Desert, and when your compass points to something gold and then an exclamation point, you need to excavate it. And this list that I give you of what you need, if you want to, pause the video, print that out so that you have it beside you, or take a screen capture of it if you're working on an emulator, and put it on your second monitor if you have one, so that you can have a list of what you need to do. So here we go. This is what a sand dune looks like. It's just a pile of sand. So Forgotten Altar I showed you, ancient jars I showed you, and now I'm showing you a sand dune. We need 1 giant scale fossil, 2 coral fossils, and 1 fossilized Fogan egg. So there's that. And I don't know if I show you a buried chest, but come on, it's like a pirate chest in the sand. You'll see. Hey, nice. I got a coral fossil. Perfect. So we're moving along. As you can see, it could be just luck of the person putting the video together that these things appear, but I don't think so. I just think the probability of you getting it while excavating is more, say around 50% or better. So here's another sand dune. There we go. And let's go up and excavate it. Hope I get something good. Fossilized, nice, got the egg. Perfect. Now, I should say this. If you have an elephant, depending on what the elephant is, sometimes you can go up and excavate while being on the elephant. So there is that. If you have a camel, you want to get off the camel and go excavate. But this is the list. This is everything that you want to spend time roaming the Great Desert, where your compass triggers, and excavating for all these things. I am not going to do that in this video because it'd just be too long. And now that you have the idea of what you're looking for and how it works, once again, here's the list. And now we're going to move on to the creatures. Here we go. So the way this is going to work is we're going to first show you where you can farm the Desert Nagas. My map for 9th level is not open, so I'm going to use Archmage's map to show you completely what it looks like and where you want to farm. So you want to open up as much of the map as you possibly can and all those teleports. So let's begin with the Desert Nagas. Here we go. And for the Nagas, we're going to do this a bit slow so that you can see the rhythm of how I want to show you what you want to do. So let's go to the world map, and this is what 9th level's desert map looks like. As you can see, it's got some spots that are opened up, but not really much. If you look at the bottom right corner where it says zone, that's the name of the locations, but you want to tap on monster. Now it makes sense. Desert Naga Combat 6002. There's another Desert Naga Warrior 16,940, and one that's covered up. So those match up with this, which is the seal box of letters is in the 6002 CP zone. So follow the colors. You also get a Desert Naga Sash 1, Black Naga Spearhead 1, and a multi-hued scale 1. So that's what you want to do, is go farm in that location, the Desert Naga Combat for 6002 CP. You're coming off of being a seasoned character at almost 30k CP, so this is child's play. You should be able to beat them up no problem. The only issue is how much desert water you saved, so you can farm and check on your progress. This is Archmage's map, and as you can see, there's 4 locations for Desert Naga. There's a Desert Iguana in the bottom right corner, but ignore that. So we're going to go to the 6002 CP location. If you tap on it, only in Monster, if you tap on the icon, it'll show you the loot that you can get. And as you can see, that's where I found the 4 items that we can get for our collection. So I apologize for the long trek in the desert. When you open up teleports around the Great Desert, your distance of getting somewhere is so much shorter. So we want a seal box of letters, Desert Naga Sash, Black Naga Spearhead, and multi-hued scale for this. And also, you should open up your mini-map in the top left corner to be as big as possible, so while you're taking that stroll in the desert, you're looking for teleportation sites. So just move the camera right to left while the camel is going to its destination, and if you see one, it'll be a dark circle like multiple rings. I will point that out, but for now, we're gonna beat up on some Nagas. And I know I wrote Gatekeeper is what drops some of those items, and quite honestly, I didn't see a Gatekeeper here, but these Nagas will drop. So honestly, all Nagas should drop what you need. I don't think it's specific to a Gatekeeper, but you would be the one to know that, and you would check out all the Naga locations to verify that. You'd be like, I just can't get this last one. His thing says it's from a Gatekeeper. I gotta find this Gatekeeper. And then you'd be like, yep, see, there it is. I found it. So what we're doing is I'm also wondering how much time needs to pass before loot drops. And there it is. And look at that. Hey, we got something. So this is great. I went back when I'm putting this video together and noticed it was kind of like 30 seconds. before loot dropped for that one time. I don't know if it's consistent, but I wanted to give you an idea of, hey, loot could take a bit of time to drop. So this is the reason why you want to save up as much desert water as you can for the purposes of farming. I mean, you're getting everything that's great. You're getting Idana coins, you are getting experience, and you're working on your collection, and you're beating them up, which means you could go watch a movie or go to lunch or dinner or something and just let your character take care of it. So I ran out hoping that they would run back. I think one of them is insistent. So I'm going to change this style, but I was looking in my inventory to see if I could spot the items I needed for my collection. And well, there are some items that I got from the excavation that I did not apply to the collection. So it's kind of confusing me. I don't know if that was one of them. I personally would have to go back and look at the list. So there it is. That is what we got, the Desert Naga Sash. So the advice is, so there it is, Desert Naga Sash. We still need 3 more items in this location. Once again, so the advice is farm and then go to your collection and see if you can auto register anything, or if the option auto register comes up. If it does, hey, you got something. If not, keep farming or try a different farm location of Desert Nagas. So I think we're going to auto register what we have. So there's the sash, and those are from excavation, so we got to get that in there. And apparently the sash is needed twice in the collection, so that was a win-win right there. Now, I didn't want to spend too much time farming. I definitely wanted to kill this commander. He's just bugged out, and he's gone. So we're going to be visiting all the locations of the Desert Naga. And the reason for that is not only to see if I could get some quick items to farm, but to open the map, and also the loot that drops from just farming is runes, and you need white and green runes. So all of this work is really helping you out big time. So we're going to the 9,000 location, which is right there, and you can see what items they drop. So I also want to show you, see the little flag. It's indicating what's there. We want this, the map. We want the old stone knife and the Naga spearhead. That Naga spearhead seems to, and the hued scale, the multi-hued scale, seems to have carried to the other locations as well, which is great. It's fine. And it's up to you, because you're probably 30k. You can take on any of these Naga locations, no problem. And always keep an eye on your water. If you run out of water, you are kicked out of the Great Desert until the next day, where you get 20 minutes to use as you wish. So as you can see, I am looking for teleportation sites, and if it's white, see the difference? The one in the left side was white, and the one above is gray. And the gray one means you want to go to it and unlock it, hoping it'll open up the map. If nothing else, teleportation sites are so key to the Great Desert and getting around. Especially if you do Black Sun. Yeah, if you do the Black Sun PvP event, yeah, you don't want to be strolling across the whole desert, because other players can get to you quicker because they unlock the teleports. I just thought of that. That would not be in your favor. Okay, so we're at this location, and we're just gonna go in. I think I ran in to see if I could find this gatekeeper. That's a combatant. Yeah, she killed him too quick. I just was trying to see if I can show you what a gatekeeper looks like, but all I see are combatants and the commander that rides that pet. So we're at the location where we're just gonna farm, see if we can pick up more items. You will see this. I will be ignoring the little shrine that lights up purple on the right hand side. Well, I'm spinning the camera. When you tap on it, when you get near it and you tap on the icon, you spend stamina to get Idana coins and some other stuff. It's your call if you want to do it. See, it just lit up and your compass is like, hey, pay attention to that. So I'm focusing on just the collection and what we can get and where we need to go. And along this video, I'll tell you all the stuff that would be beneficial for the Great Desert. Hey, look at that. We just got some stuff. We got some runes. I think it was purple runes. Let's go back and check. No, it wouldn't be there. It would be in the main inventory. Oh wow, look at that. How to use that. So, scrolling down. Yeah, I got unidentified. All you have to do is tap use, and it'll say what quantity do you want to use, and you just use them all. You want your runes to constantly be increased, as well as giving them to the collection. And along the way, you're going to complete mini quests that unlock desert temples. So here it is. It's that desert looking icon. Excuse me. So you killed a bunch of Nagas and you tap complete and the bar moves across and it unlocks. Now you can go to the Temple of Tukar. And we need to complete more quests, and we will, to unlock Seret and all these others. So this is another thing that why you would want to be in the Great Desert, because when you have access to all the temples, it gives you more options for materials and loot to help you grow and upgrade. So we're looking to see if there is anything that we got while we were chatting and we're in the inventory. Hey, I see it already. We do have blue runes, so we needed white and green. So blue is fine. If you haven't done anything with your runes, this is a boon. This will help. And I already see that right there. Put my cursor on it like 3 times. Hewn leather map. Congratulations. The items you need for the collection will come to you. You just need to put in the time to farm. And that's weird. Mysterious white normal Hadum rune. I'm not saying it right. It sounds like I'm saying room. And there's some green. And what I want to show you is that you see these numbers. I have 771 of the white, 1 crazy unidentified, and like more than 50 of the green. That's gonna really increase by the time we're done with this video, giving you confidence that if you do the same thing I'm doing, you'll have a stack of runes that you just use them all and you will complete that part of your collection. So there it is. There's the map, or the item that we needed. And I think it's about time that we should check out a new location. And look, we even completed a mini quest in the desert to unlock the temples. You can see it say complete in the top right. So let's look at our map, the monster map. We're here, and now we're gonna go to, I think I chose the 16940 location. I'm not sure. I may need to bring the other map around. And by the way, during this video in the Great Desert, I'm going to show you other things and explain other things while we do this. So this is kind of why the video is so long. There's a lot to show you, especially if you're a new person. Look, there's an excavation site. That's probably the jar. Was I gonna? I think I just wanted to show it to you. So you can spend all day excavating like crazy. Oh gosh, don't want the camel to jump off the ledge. Not a good idea. But I think I did unlock that teleport. That's what I'm looking at. It's like, huh, we're here. Might as well just unlock that teleport. But I think it's white, so we already did. So we'll go over to it. There it is right there. It looks like a mess on the ground, like rock mess. And there it is. Okay, so we're trying to go to that location, the black meteorite. I was thinking that maybe if I go to the meteorite location, it would open up more of the map. That was the hope. So as you roam around trying to unlock teleports, you will uncover more of the map. You really will. And as you farm, you will definitely do that too. You see this in this video that I actually unlock locations just farming in spots. Because, oh look, there was another excavation on the left. That was cool. Your compass is trying to tell you, go back, go back. So I think that's what I'm doing here is I just wanted to see if I can open up the map more if I went to this site, the Black Rock Meteorite site. But it doesn't look like there's any chance, and it doesn't look like there's any teleportation things that I can unlock as well. But there is that group over there, so let's see here. So we were at the 6002, and I think we're going to the 9000 now. It's like right there, hit monster. Yeah, all I can do is okay, I am going to the 16940 location now. So we'll just tap on that, and as you can see, the items, we want one of these, refined thorn. We want one of these, pouch with gray powder, and there are other things in there that allow us to get it as well. And we also completed a mini quest with the Donna coins, so I tapped on that just to complete that. And we are heading to that location. This is Archmage's map. So we were there, and now we're going here. And we still have this location to go to finish up the 4 locations for the Desert Nagas. And like I said, it'll go a little bit faster. Oh, hey, cool. Teleport. But I want you to be very thorough and understand your options on where you can go. Because I don't know if your map is opened up more than mine or less than mine. But either way, we can use Archmage's map if you have the means to print screen and print that out, or just be patient and roam the Great Desert with a lot of water. You will unlock everything. I think we're here. All right. So I thought I saw a gatekeeper here. That's a combatant. That's a combatant. How about that guy? Warrior priest. No. No. Guess not. Alright. So we're farming to see how long until we get some loot, just to give you an idea. And I'm hoping it's same time, about 30 seconds or so. I did not start any timer, so I apologize. Should have been silently counting in my head. Let's see. But when you do get loot, it is to the left of where your character stands, and you'll see it as squares, colored squares with the names next to them. It's a little tough to see with all the graphics going on, but that's what I'm looking for. I'm allowing her to farm while I'm looking. Oh, there's something. Idana coins. Ugh. Well, it's important. I should probably mention that. So I have a video that shows you. Oh, did we open something up? No, not yet. Yeah, we still want these two items. We could get that, and we also could get that, which is the scale. So we're doing good. We're farming. So let me go back and talk about Idana coins. I have a video on my channel that shows you what you can do with the Idana coins, and that is you save them, then you go to the Blackrock Shrine, and you can spend it on one that is selling Chaos Cores, which will help you get jewels. So that is a combo that you can do if you wanted. As you can see, we're doing pretty good collecting runes, just farming. So I feel pretty confident that if you just enjoy farming or letting your character farm while you do something else, that you too will collect these runes. And make sure, well, if you go into consolidate the runes into a better rune, hoping to get a better rune, make sure that you check your collection before you do that. Otherwise those green and whites will get taken away, and you'll have to farm some more. So it doesn't look like I received any loot or drop items for the collection yet. Maybe just Idana coins. So let's go back and look at where we're at. We're now at the 16940 location, and we're trying for these two items that are in red. So, and the reason I color coded it that way is because you can only get those things at that location, whereas the knife and the scale, what is it, the Black Naga Spearhead and the multi-hued scale, you could get it all of the locations. So I figured, farm at the lowest level one. It might be the easiest for you, and you'll turn it around a lot quicker. Oh, look at that, we got one. We got one of the items that drops at this CP location. Nice. All right. And by the way, I think I pointed out the hot time that you get does not work in the Great Desert. So make sure you use it when you're not in the Great Desert. And you can also receive items that give you quests like kill more Nagas and you'll get this. So be aware of that item that might be in your inventory. There it is, Refined Thorn. So we can add that to our collection. And now you can see why this is different. You have to farm, you have to excavate, you have to spend time and spend your desert water to get this collection done. It's not a simple do this, do that. And now you can see why we got the easy stuff out of the way, because the excavating and the farming is going to take you a while to complete this collection. So I think we're going to go over to that location now. Oh, right. That's the 13604 location. So we want hand-tooled leather and dark monument fragment. I thought we got that. I guess not. Yeah. But honestly, the CP that you should be when you're done with season, again, can just destroy and dominate these Nagas. And by the way, the level difficulty is spelled out IMUR. It's Mur. It's the first difficulty level that you should be in, and there are 2 more difficulty levels that make the CP of all the creatures higher and higher. So you have access to the lower level one and then the next one for free, and then you need to do a storyline to unlock the highest one that we have right now, called Shazad. I think I pronounced that right, but once you do the story, it unlocks. It's another video I'm trying to get out. It just depends on when you watch this. I may have already done that video, and it's ready for you. Hey, look, we unlocked some of the map, I think. It's Kudum's Grave. And see, I did a mini quest right there, the Donna coins. So tap on that. Nice. And a temple was found. Nice. See, there's so much going on, and they give you potions. That was cool. So the Temple of Surret has been unlocked, and I will actually show you that. I've been wanting to get around to showing you what one of the temples looks like. So that's the location where we're trying to go, roughly, off of Archmage's map. So yeah, so there. Well, oh, it looks like I'm going to the Sand Spirit, or even below it. Maybe that's the right spot. You see that item we're passing over? It is, let me get off so I can show you the name. It is called a Mirage, and that is another feature where you do an exploration to get these items, but you need to craft Traces of Mirage to be able to get in here. So if you see that and you pass by it, it's a little icon on your mini map there too. It is an option for you to enjoy that as well. There's so much going on in the Great Desert, it will actually take up a good amount of time to enjoy it all. So I think we're here. Gorgo Cobra. I'll be meeting you later. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, that's a gatekeeper right there. He has a red aura around him. So now you know what a gatekeeper looks like. So you can farm them a lot easier. So it's the guy with the blue and is on a pet. Kill him as much as you can. Farm him. He has what you need. I think I'm just trying to lure him out. Did we get something? Desert Monument Fragment? Maybe. Not sure. So I'm thinking that maybe the higher CP area, but the one we were just at was higher than this. So you just need to go to all the locations and get the hang of where the gatekeeper would be. And it looks like these items are weighing me down. So, Dark Monument Fragment. I think that's something I need in the collection. Yeah, it is. Hey, alright. Nice. So what we would do is add that to the collection, satisfy that requirement, and then we can at least take our potion. Oh no, I can't. I don't have a I don't have a person who works in my camp, so I can't access my treasure chest immediately. I have to get out of the Great Desert to go to my camp to then be able to put that potion in my treasure chest. So, sorry. If I had that nice perk, then I'd be able to do it. But, so what would we... Wow. So what we would do is we would want to add what we have to the collection, then go to an appraiser, which will take all those heavy items and convert them into other objects like memory fragments, or excuse me, memory imprints, and runes, and all sorts of other stuff, including Idana coins. Hey, look, we got the hand-tooled leather one. That was another item that we needed. Very cool. As you can see, we're making progress, and I haven't farmed for very long, like maybe 5 minutes or so. So I'm sure you'll be able to duplicate these results. So we're just gonna hang out here and see if we get something else for a little bit. And watch this. So I'm thinking, oh, nearby oasis, maybe they'll have an appraiser. You know, when you go to a nearby oasis, your water consumption is stopped. So here's where I'm at. I'm looking for an appraiser. So there is an appraiser here. Nice. And this is where I was trying to tell you that the name of the person you want to see in the Great Desert is different from the name of the person in when you're out of the Great Desert. So here it is. And let's go ahead and appraise. I certainly hope I added those things to my collection before before I appraise. Let's find out. So I'm taking this time to bring this back up, the excavating. No, not the excavating. I want to show you the vendors. The vendors one. Remember, we said we would come back to the items that you need for oh my gosh, for appraising. So it's either a trader vendor outside the Great Desert or an appraiser inside the Great Desert. And when you appraise the items that you get, the drops, you're looking for these things: Broken Sun and Owl 1, Scarlet Eye, Solid Gold Sensor. So you need 2 of those Broken Sun and Owls. And you only get it when you appraise the drops that you get. But you apply what you have to your collection first before you appraise. So if you can't, you can just tap on that and go to, yeah, see, if you go to Barhan Gateway, did I say that right? Barhan Gateway, it's called a trader vendor. So now that we got that cleared up, and he's called an appraiser. So we will go to our collection and tap on Endless Desert, auto register, and all the work that you have seen is gone in. So now we want a shot at appraising. See, some of all those items are the things you need for the collection, and now that it's satisfied, you're getting runes, Idana coins. It's great. See, you're getting all sorts of runes, so you can start going into where your runes are, which I believe I show you. Yeah, I show you this at the end of the video, so you can apply the highest level of runes that you have. So now that we took the slow route with the Nagas, we're gonna speed it up with the other creatures that we want to farm, starting now. So next up is the creatures called the Fogans, and we'll just bring this map up here for you. This is where we're going. Desert Fogan Guard, 15,445 KCP. As you can see, there's 3 locations. I marked it green, orange, and red. And we're going to be focusing on the green location and the red location. So the orange one is your option. Let me bring in the requirements we're after here. See, Desert Fogans. You already know what a gatekeeper looks like. It's the guy in the mount that has the black flame or the red flame around him. So you get most of your stuff from the green location, which is where we're going first, right here. And you can then go to the red location to finish up the items. The orange one may have the red items as well as the green ones. It's your call. But this is what we're going to focus on. So we'll head over there. So just go to the map, and we're going to do our best to try to pinpoint the location. So it's kind of like taking Archmage's map and what I have and saying, well, it looks like it would be here. So great. So my camel has been summoned. I'm on it. I'm starting to go there. And we're going to fight for a little bit, just a little bit. And I didn't want this to be drawn out because we got other creatures to go after. But here's the map you'll be following. See, if you just go a little north from those little rock areas, you can't go wrong. Yeah, so we're about there. I think it might be a little more to the right, but we're fine. So we're gonna go ahead and speed this up. And here we go. So I just teleported us forward without the desert ride. And this is the location I want to farm. And you can see there's a teleport there because it's gray. And it's called Broken Altar. And I don't know why, but it's just I know that I actually activated it by going and walking over it. So, like that. See, I know we have it, but I feel better after I've walked over it. It's I don't know, a superstition or something. So we're gonna fight with these guys for a little bit. It doesn't look like there's any gatekeeper here because no effect or anything. Oh, nice. Worker vitality and dexterity went up by 1. Huh, pretty cool. Oh wow, look at that. It's still going. And we're also working on a mini quest to kill desert Fogans. See, look at that. So we're also, oh hey, look at that. We also revealed part of the map. So if you go to this spot, you fight these guys, this will occur as well. At this point, I want to speed up the fighting. So I don't want to just have you sit here watching me swinging this flaming cool axe, killing them over and over again. We want to make this go a little bit faster than the last one, but just to refresh, these are the items you're after. Dried up egg, ceremonial staff, Tidium sculpture, and that went too quick to read it, but you have it if you need to pause it to see the list again. So time is now passed, and we're just about ready to finish this mini quest for the desert, which is, there it is, defeat desert Fogans times 100, I think it was. So if you go to this exploration log and you see it was times 200, you tap on that to finish it. Look, you now can get to the Great Temple of Surret as well as the other temples, a regular temple. The great ones are really good. Oh nice, Great Desert Enemy times 2000. Perfect. So I want to give you an idea of what to look for when you're exploring. So what we're going to do is head over to the Great Temple for Surret, so I can show you. Nothing to register just yet, but I want to show you what that looks like so that you can do two things at once. You can get your farming in, and as you unlock temples, you could take a break, go enjoy those temples so you can get the hang of what each one does. Quite honestly, they all are somewhat different, and the one that's the weirdest is the Temple of Ohm, OHM, because you are farming resources. Like you go in and you go to a bush, then a tree, another bush, and then a rock, and you're just constantly getting as much resources as possible to aggravate the bosses that are there, to then kill the bosses and walk out of there with a lot of resources and good stuff. So, and you will get the hang of all of this the more time you spend in the Great Desert doing all of the mini quests, farming to help out your collection, and just getting the hang of how it works here. So we're going to use Tanko as a like a marker on where we want to go. Let's bring up the other map. You can see that the red location is to the left of the Black Desert Shrine, or one of the big areas right there on the map. Yeah, so it's that spot right there. So let's just tap on that. here's all the loot that they have. This is how I got my information for the dyed vase and the marble and everything else you need for your collection. And you have to tap on monster to then tap on that location where the monster is to bring that window up. If you just tap on the city or the location that's nearest, it's just gonna say, hey, you want to go there, and it won't show you the loot that the monsters have. So we are on our way to that spot. I know that I'm going to let this play out so you can just have a good idea on how to get to the Great Temple of Surret. And it's actually obvious once I turn the camera a little to the right. You will see that it tries to get your attention. So there's that Blackrock Shrine location. So there's that. Now you see that big column of light that is trying to grab your attention out there? That is the Great Temple of Surret. It is a Great Temple location. So there are other great temples in the Great Desert, and when you see that much streaming orange light in the sky, orange is usually the great temples, and I think a yellow stream is just regular temples, but you got to do those in order. Oh look, there's an excavation opportunity there. I was looking to see if I could farm there, but no. I was looking for Fogans, and it looked like they were Nagas. But we're going to show you what the Great Temple of Surret looks like, what loot it has, so you know, and just encourage you to really get the hang of all of this. Like, once you go through it all and you do it all, then you can confidently say, all right, I know what materials I want. I know I need to save my desert water, so this is my plan of attack for upgrading. So look at this. If you do this, there's a chance you can get a pink Rune of Volition, as well as Adana coins. Yep. And relic fragments. And of course, Trials of Atur, which is very valuable because Trials of Atur, if you have a stack of those tickets, will help you increase your CP for sure. So that's what it looks like when you unlock the Great Temple of Surret. Let's move on. So let's bring this up and see where we're at. We've done the vendors, we've done the camp buildings, we've done excavating, where we did the Desert Nagas for creatures, Desert Fogans. We're now on the Gahaz or Gaz Bandits. So let's show you that. Here we go. All right, so we're back at a location in an oasis. Our water's not being used, so let's bring up our creature list. And we just did the Fogans, so now we're on Gahaz or Gaz Bandits. And this is very important. They're also known as Sandstorm Assassin and Sandstorm Plunderer. So it looks like we're going to focus on two locations, a green area and an orange area. So green, 7,896 CP, and an orange, 11,692. And as you can see from Archmage's map, that there's two green areas with the same CP and two orange areas. So you could choose to go left or right to hit up both locations. And if you get bored, you can go to the other green location or the other orange location, but they're both the green and orange, same CP, so it's just your choice. I'm going to go to the right. Yep. Oh, let's move that map. And like I said, it's very important that you realize that the Gaz Bandits are also known as the Sandstorm Assassins and Plunderer. Sandstorm Plunderer because you'll be racking your brain, why don't I see anything that says Gaz or Gaz Bandit or anything in here when you tap on monster. Yeah, see, Sandstorm Assassin. You don't see anything. And it's a small change. It's an important change that you need to be aware of. So we'll go ahead and just pick on this one right here. And once again, you are finished with the seasoned character. Your character should be around 30,000 KCP, and you're gonna go beat up on 7,800 CP characters. I think you're gonna have a good time. I really do. Yep. You might be able to just walk away from your phone or wherever you play it and go make a sandwich and come back and see how you did. Honestly. So we're gonna cut the ride to the location short. We just did, so that's why the video was chopped like it did. I didn't want you to see the long ride. You know where we're going on the map. So now that we're here, this base is theirs. That red area is you can't go zone, or it turns you back, or you just can't go through it. It's like the edge of the map. So we're gonna pick on somebody, and we're gonna pick on these guys. So we're just gonna start farming. Now, I don't know. You kind of have to go up with your character and look at names. Yeah, I think that one was one of the specialty Gauze bandits we were looking for, because she seemed to also have a red and black aura around her, just like the gatekeepers. So that probably was a good find for you right there. So we're just gonna go ahead and, get in a few kills, and then we'll go to the next location. And anything along the way we'll show you. But oh nice, we completed a mini quest right there on the right. And look, we have one for killing these bandits. So yeah, I really like the Great Desert because it keeps you busy. Unfortunately, I just lack of time, real life things, I just can't enjoy it as much as all of you. So I gotta pick and choose what I do. Oh, nice. Look at that. And when you beat them up, you have a side quest story that can trigger. I wanted to show you this Blackrock altar that you see at so many farming locations. Once again, if you spend stamina to open it, you tap on the icon, spend the stamina, you get Adana coins and other things. It's your call. When I have Archmage farm, the fairy has a skill to auto accept the little Blackrock altars and spend my stamina. So I don't need to go over there and tap on it. Look at the fairy video that I have for the details on where that skill is and how to get it, upgrade it, and use it. So we auto-registered everything that we currently had. And very nice. So I think we're just about ready to head out here. Let's just look at the map. And let's try to track down that other location. So we're done here. I mean, if I was doing this collection, I would spend more time there. Probably an hour, 2 hours. And check to see if I got all the items I was after. There we go. So the new one, we want that, the small jewelry box, we want the brass shield, and we also want those things, the crystal key and that egg as well. So let's go ahead and just mount up and head over there. And once again, I'm gonna cut it so that you get to the location. I don't want you to see a long desert ride. This video is getting long enough. So, and we're moving. So there we go. We reached the location we wanted to. I got off my camel, so I was running to see where's the best spot to farm for this new location. So I just picked, here is good. Let's just go ahead and start farming and killing these guys. And see, I mean, it's almost like a little Blackrock altar is near so many farming locations. It's great. It's really good placement in the world. So what we're going to do is move on to the next creature on our list. Here we go. And that is the Achman territory. So there it is, Ackman Territory, also known as Ackman Elite Guardian. So it's pretty easy, 20,951 CP area. It's easy for you because you're 30k CP or 30,000. So no problem, being 10,000 greater still means you can beat them down easily. So let's look at that map. Top left corner of the map where it says Ackman Temple and Ackman Border, when you tap on zone in the bottom right corner. So if you I should have brought that back. We'll go into our map. So when you bring up, yeah, okay, we'll pull this up. When you tap on monster, it just shows this Ackman Elite Guardian, and that's what you want. So you want to tap on that so you can go and be there. Where you farm there is your choice. You can beat anyone up over there. So let's go to 9th level's actual map, and you can see I've only unlocked the border, the other one, but if we tap on monster, there it is. So you tap the there's the rewards, so you tap the monster name and there's the rewards for it, and these are all the things that you are after for your collection. And so honestly, you want to go find a good spot to farm and just go at it. You're helping yourself unlock more things with the mini quests to open up all the temples. You're helping your collection, and you want to keep an eye on your desert water. So once again, we're going to get over there as quickly as possible. I believe because we have a teleport nearby, that's what we're doing, is we're taking the camel. Oh, I already got us there. Sorry. Here we go. When you go into this area, this is all Ackman Territory. And there's a mirage thing if you want to partake that we talked about earlier in the video. That's pretty neat that it's here. Oh, look, there's another teleport that we want to get to. And they also have a little mini Black Rock Shrine. So they're everywhere. So we're just going to attack those guys real quick. And there's also a side quest you can do here. That person that said help me, we're going to show you where she's at. But first, we're going to unlock that teleport. And there it is, Ackman Temple. Opened up a little more of the map. And now both of them are open. So let's show you where that NPC player was. So if you wanted to do 3 things at once, you can accept her quest, which is probably to kill Ackmans. I didn't tap on it, sorry, but this is where she's at. It's not too hard, just a little bit a ways from the teleport. So we're just gonna go back and farm in this area right here, because they also have the red glowing person over there is like the gatekeeper. You want to kill that person. Oh look, they came over to join the party. And they died fast. So that's how this works, and that's our cue. Let's move on to the next monster. And here we go. So let's go ahead and bring up our creatures and items we need. So we just did the Ackman Territory, and now it's Histria Ruins. The location is Tanco, or Tanco, however you say it. We need 4 items from it, 2 ancient artifact devices, and it's just one zone. 23,100 CP, you qualify. Trust me. So let's show you where that's located on the map. So it is right here. Histria Ruins as a zone, not Histria Chambers. Don't just look at the word Histria, you want Histria Ruins. So when we tap on monster, then let's bring that up. Here we go. Lots of slides. Then it'll show you Tanco, 23k. That's where you want to tap, that's where you want to go, and that's where you want to farm. So let's go to her map. So Great Desert, and top right, Histria Ruins. There we go. I already have like a save location there. Archmage likes to go over there and just hang out. It's a higher level Great Desert, so it's not this entry level one. Okay, so now that we're over here, I noticed that there are things also to show you. You remember I was talking about the Great Temple Surret, and look at that orange beam of light? You see that obvious yellow beam of light? That is the smaller temples that you can go to. So when you're roaming the desert and you see that, that is one of them you have access to, and there's an order in which you need to do them. So I want to show you this temple, and it is called, when the creatures are not trying to get me, Temple Shayla, 9,500 CP. Look at those rewards available. Pink runes. You got Idana coins, Trials of Ator, and Kaphras dust. So this is what I was trying to tell you. Get to know all the temples, go to all the temples, enjoy them, see how they work, and it'll just be old hat after a while. You'll be like, yep, I want to knock them all out. They're all knocked out. And you can enjoy the Great Desert with your desert water how you wish. So I'm going to speed this up because I was farming here for a bit. So we're going to run away from here. And I want to show you that we're actually fighting outside the area, like the outside wall. So we haven't actually gone in. But these are the things that we want to focus on and get. And we're almost done with our creatures. The Sand Spirit is the last one to show you. And there's a lot to say for it. So tap on monster. And you can see where we're fighting. And you can see all of the items that they drop. So there's something we need. That's what the mask looks like. That's what the ancient fragment looks like. By the way, if you're trying for a legendary item, let's show you that. You also need that as far as your collection. This ancient seed, material for making Ornette's blessed potion. Another good reason why you should farm out here is you want that seed so you can add that material to create a legendary potion that you can equip, and you won't have to worry about buying potions anymore. See, there's so much to tell you about the Great Desert. So let's add what we have to our collection. It's not much because we're not farming the length of time I'm asking you to farm, which is hours, so that you can get everything on this list, everything that you need. Oh, nice. Non-stop spinning compass. We had that from the Achmens. Pretty cool. So I think we're at that point where, yeah. So I'm going to run and show you that you don't have to fight on the outside here, but there's the teleport if you don't have it. So you kind of want that. And then you want to, and see there's somebody over there that's fighting. Yeah, they know. Good spot. And their little Blackrock Shrine is ready to collect too. Don't be mean. Don't take their stuff. Just know there's plenty of Blackrock Shrines. So these look like a good group of people to pick on. So we'll just farm here for a little bit. And look at that. As you defeat monsters of different locations, it helps with your camp workers. You're increasing their stats so they can do more things in your camp. So my camp workers just went up in dexterity +2. So really nice. And all I did was just farm these guys. So we did get something from our collection. Very nice. Very nice. That was the 2 things. And with that, let's move on to the next monster. Here we go. So this is actually the last monster we want to go after. Let's bring up that list and show you where we're at. And after we do that, then I'll show you what to do for the runes. All the farming that I've done in this whole video will have paid off, and you'll see. So that's where we're at. There's the monster. Yeah, the area we want is not shown. So we just came from Histria Ruins, and we now want Sand Spirit for 1 blue cactus flower. 12,956 CP zone, so not so bad. And looking at the map, it is right here. Hidden Shrine Site is the name of the zone that you want to go to. However, you want to tap on the monster in the bottom right corner. That's what this is all about. So you want to tap on monster so that you can tap on Sand Spirit. So we want to go here. So tap in the middle, and that is what I am going to do. And let's go ahead and get to that. However, a little tough. Easier said than done. It's somewhere in that fog of fog of war, or whatever it's called. But don't worry, it shouldn't be that long of a camel ride to get there. There's a few other things I can show you, but I'm really eager to talk to you about the runes. I hope you haven't been stressing over it, because if you've been farming like I have for all this time, just a little bit, you will come away with a lot of runes just like I have, and you'll see. So the other thing I want to tell you is you're going to notice that when you're farming at the Sand Spirit site, and you're like, oh, I want to appraise, and you go to the nearest location, they're not going to accept you. They're going to be like, we don't just let anyone come here. You have to do a quest from them to get their approval, and then once you got that done, then you're able to go in, no problem. Ooh, look, there was an excavation. Hey, a fellow player. And there's another mirage you can go into. Pretty cool. There is a lot going on in the desert. So we're at the location we chose. Oh, look, there it is. Top right corner of our mini map. We want to head to that teleportation area and unlock it. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna get over there. So hang with us. My camel does not have turbo. I wish it did. That would be so cool. Let's put some jetpacks on this thing. Alright, jetpacks and wings. So, perfect. Look at that. We just unlocked a major section of the map. And that might be a wise thing to do early on. But we're going for that teleport. And it is Shady Forest Oasis. And there we go. It's really tough to navigate with the camel, like turning and stuff. So, and this is the guy that says, "Who are you?" He's not going to let you in until you do his, talk to him and do his story. So now that these icons are open, we can now tap on the one that we want. And I should say, I was really surprised that when I tapped the middle of that location, it didn't really take me to the Sand Spirit, which is fair because I didn't tap on monster, I tapped on zone. So that was the Hidden Shrine Site zone. It's kind of like, hello. This is what you asked to go to. This location is when you're fighting Layton, the big mini boss out there. He'll sometimes drop an item, that allows you to come here and use it to open up a Blackrock Shrine. People do it all the time. I've done it a few times, but you know, that's up to you if you want to spend your desert water fighting Layton. So here it is, Sand Spirit. Apparently that's where it takes you, is to the creatures. What are they? Desert Nagas? But that's not the Sand Spirit. You have to go further this way. You see those little cactuses in the ground? Surprise! Those are Sand Spirits. See? They say Sand Spirit. And they're dead. And there's only two. So you go over there. You then, when you're in the middle of them, start attacking, because that's your, I'm going to run back to that spot when you do that. So we're also going to see if we can find any more sand spirits. I mean, that was just 2. So let's kill them and then check out the rest of this little island area. Now that you know what they look like and now that you know how they trigger, they're not going to be in a group of creatures. Oh, by the way, that guy right there, that little creature, was on the list of things that can help drop items you need for your collection. So one more time, and let's just let's tour around this little island area, dirt island. Oh, hey, look, there's an NPC. You can talk to him. He has a quest for you. Honestly, you should do all the quests. It really changes the monotony of the game, so you're not just farming and going, ugh. You actually have more things, more rewards, more reason to have some fun out in the Great Desert, and it's provided. Yep, we're going after him again. Bye, Cobra. Try to drop some items for me next time. So this is a sand spirit, and what we're going to do now is move on to taking all of our loot and go to appraise it. So let's look at our collection. Nothing so far. I think I do manage to get a blue cactus flower from these guys. I think I tried it a few more times just so that you can see, well, hey, if Magi just did it for like 5-10 minutes, then I should be able to get it as well, and I don't need to sit here and farm for hours. And that's what I'm trying to get at. Give it a 10, 15, 20 minutes, see if you can get it. If not, go watch TV, let your character auto farm, give it an hour, come back, check your collection, see if you're able to add the item that you're after, and if you are, perfect. Keep going. So see, Sand Spirit, the Cobra, and the Giant Desert Scorpion, and this thing called Kelop are all creatures you are authorized to kill to get your cactus flower. So that's why we... hey! Alright, there it is. Perfect. So now we have it. Now we don't need to stick around here. And we can move on to the runes. The rune section. See? There it is. Blue cactus flower. All done. Alright. And once again, if you want to get into this oasis with all their vendors and everything, just do his story. Sure, he's rude. This guy, his image has always been rude. Oh, that is cool. So there's another quest you can do. There's lots of quests all over the Great Desert. And like I said, it's just like anything else. You just spend some time. So what we're doing is we're going to go to Barhan's Gateway in Elion and get out of the Great Desert. So we are now out of the Great Desert. We're in Elion. We're going to tap this list for all the vendors. And we're looking for the trader. Not Laffy, who says he's an appraiser. Not him. The trader. And then once you're there, then we tap on appraise. And we did go to our collection to make sure that these items which are on our collection have already been received. If you're, when in doubt, go back and do it again. Endless Desert, yep, it was already received. So let's see what we get. We have the memory imprint that's right there. Nice. We got runes. We got Idana coins. This is really good stuff. It really is, especially the memory imprints, because that's important for so many things. So let's show you. I think I bring up my horrible list. Once again, a reminder, if you skipped through this video and you didn't see this list, I put together a simple text file. There it is, of everything in every book you need to get and where to get it. And honestly, I'm trying to do you a solid and not have you focus on this to know where to get things. I wanted to make it more presentable as I have and more fun, which it was. You know, showed you where to go on the map, what to kill, and the items you are going for. But when it comes to the runes, it's very simple. This little section right here, we need green and white runes. So we need 6 of them for the collection, and the rest is excavating and getting it appraised. So now that we have shown you that, we're going to go into our inventory and see how much we have collected from our all the farming that we have done, and really see how well that knocks out 6 runes that we need. So they're here in book 7. So you need Rune of War, that's what the abbreviations were for. And this one is Rune of Companionship, so ROC. And see, green and white. No, just those 3. That's something else. So let's go ahead and move into our inventory. Okay. And we're scrolling down to green and white. Look at that. 1018 white runes to open up, and it's saying if you use all this, you can get anything from that list. I'm pretty sure we're getting everything. And look at our inventory space, like the amount of space we have. We maxed it out. So we go to our collection. That was the white runes. Done. Half of it done. See, nothing to worry. Very easy to do. And now we need to make space for the green runes. So we go to Black Spirit. Oh, I missed it. Let's go back. So tap there, Black Spirit. We go to Dark Energy. Oh, excuse me. Equip Fuse Runes. And you want to not equip them, but fuse them. And then Auto Fusion. Look, I got a ton of them. And you want it to basically, you're having it fuse just the white. So I want to have it focus on taking out the 1,000 plus we had and upgrade it to as best as it can. As you can see, I'm getting a lot of green runes from it. I may even pull out a blue rune from... No, actually I didn't tell it to do it. It was just better than white is green. So now we have a lot of space. We have 168 out of 300. So now we're opening the green runes. We have 308. I'm pretty confident we can fill up our collection. And we have leftovers, and we just maxed out our space again. So auto register. Yeah, sure. Yeah, go ahead. It's fine. Bam! See, the rune section done. So you don't have to worry about that. You can worry about farming, getting your stuff, excavating, finishing that out, and appraising and finishing that out too. And you will have the Endless Desert completed. I'm not going to do it all and show you, oh look, all my books are 100. You now have the skills and the knowledge on how it's done. So let's go ahead and bring up that list one more time. We have done the Nagas, the Fogans, the Bandits, the Akmans, Tanko, History of Ruins, showed you the blue cactus flower. We did all the vendors, the camp buildings. We did excavating, showed you how that's done, and we finished up with the runes. So with that being said, let's go to the outro of our video. Here we go. And on behalf of 9th level and myself, Magi, we'd like to say thank you. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like the videos on this channel, please like, subscribe, let people know I am always making more videos, and there are always more videos left to do. So once again, thank you very much, and you have a great day. Take care. Bye now.